Hey, what's up, snipers? Stock Sniper Nick here, and tonight we're going to be going over the watch list for tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, December 16th. If you're brand new, welcome, guys. Every single Tuesday night, we get together when the market's done and we look at the best stocks that had great potential on the day. For tonight, we're actually in a stock, so we'll be able to talk about that, be able to talk about why we bought it and where we're looking to sell tomorrow. And then we got a couple other stocks that we're watching that could actually line up with potential plays to potentially give us even more tomorrow morning. So let's go ahead and let's dive into the watch list, which is Wednesday, December 16th. But before I dive into the watch list on the website, I want to show you the chat room here, and I want to give a shout out to a couple people who bagged the play that we played overnight. As you can see here, starting with Maddie J making 150 on that play, VYGVF. And then right after it, that's our sell alert. As you can see, we went ahead and sold at 214, making a little bit over $300 today. So that was nice, on top of what we're about to talk about later. And then you got G Mendez, our man, making $100 there. And then you got a trading ace. Amazing. You know, he's been grinding here for a little bit, just throwing a little bit size here and there, feeling it out. And he had one of his biggest bags last week. So good job, Chris, and good job all the other snipers. And let's keep it going, man. As you can see here, nice little take a bag Tuesday we said down there. So good job, guys. Let's see what we got for tomorrow. The watch is on our left side, and TD Ameritrade's Think or Swim is on the right side. First stock we're going to talk about is a stock we're in overnight, and that's MGTI. We're in MGTI overnight because it broke its 52-week high in Power Hour when we really like to lock into these stocks. And after it broke out, it started to dip. So we actually set a limit in right around the VWAP, and this thing came down in its first dip after the breakout. It actually came down and filled us. It filled us at 0.035 at 340. So only 20 minutes left after it broke out. So now let's dive into the 1 day, 1 minute, and let's talk about why we really like this. I mean, first things first, before I dive into that, if you look at the 1 year here, look at the breakout. Clear-cut OTC breakout at 4 cents. MGTI also got hype because it's a Bitcoin stock, and Bitcoin is coming near its highs again. All right, Bitcoin closed at 19,500 tonight. Hopefully tomorrow morning at 9:30, or when the market closed, Bitcoin was at 19,500. Hopefully, when the market opens tomorrow at 9:30, that thing will be at a new high and busting even higher, and this stock could get a nice gap up. Last time this one had a very nice close like this, it had a really good gap up. So if the breakout and Bitcoin line up like that, we can be in some good action here. All right, but let's go ahead and let's talk about a detailed plan of what we're looking for. So go into the 1 day, 1 minute, and look where we bought it. As you can see, not much going on, but the dollar volume is up there. You know, towards the end of the day, the volume started to kick in, and that's what we liked. You know, it was trading over 300,000 in dollar volume. And so, again, it made that 52-week high over 4 here, spiked 10%, and then it came all the way down, and we had the limit down here, and we actually got filled. The very last fill looks like 0.0355 was our actual fill there. And after that, what was nice is it got a bounce right back up towards that 52-week high, and then it closed at that 52-week high of 4. So very nice sign to see. Bitcoin also closed strong, so another good sign to see. We are currently up $450 in this stock. What we're looking for tomorrow morning is for this to gap up over this 439 and then push. So that way we could sell into that push for us to be able to take a little bit over 1,000 here. Now, if this doesn't gap up, and you know it's in the morning, it's right around 4 and it's being shaky, we'll go ahead and take our profits. We're up $450, so we'll go ahead and take it, and that's that. Just a very clean cut OTC breakout with that Bitcoin catalyst, since this is a Bitcoin stock. Next stock on the list, look at this bad boy. If you were with us on the last watch list, you saw there was a big group of OTC runners last week. This week, this is the one that is starting it off for the OTC runners. MJLB. This is the newest OTC big runner, and they pushed over 200% plus at its highs today. So very impressive move here. MJLB had some just really good volume. No news, just really good volume. And as you can see, it pushed up and basically at every single new high that it made. It really worked out. So congrats longs here who did, you know, end up taking advantage throughout the day. For us, we wait patiently until the end of the day. Nothing lined up ideally for us till the end of the day, but it's nice to see a brand new OTC 200% plus runner You know, it did get that dip into the close, but it is good to see it. We will keep an eye on this one. We do not want to reach since it's up 200%. Even though it's first green day, it is up 200%, which is a little bit too much for us. So we don't want to reach. But if this one does get a crazy dip in the morning, we'll actually keep an eye on it because it did have such an impressive move today. And then last but least, guys, we have a group of OTC stocks, and they're all grouped together because we're looking for similar plays at each one, and for each one of these. And each one of these were actually the big runners. This was the group of big runners I was talking about last week. These were the big OTC runners last week. Each one went up over 300% plus. Unbelievable moves by all these. However, they are now all creating first really big red days. Okay, and with these first really big red days, they are off of their highs about 30%, each one of them. Each one of these stocks, if you look at each one, we're just looking at ALPP, but if you look at each one of these charts, ALPP, MMEDF, RSCF, and SFOR, they all have similar situations where they had amazing moves last week, and now they're finally getting that pullback. So what are we looking for? What we're looking for is if these things get sellers in the morning and they end up getting a panic in the morning just because more selling comes in, and again, there's selling into all these, into the close. So if more selling comes in and people start to panic and this thing really starts to dip, then we're going to keep an eye for a potential panic dip buy on each one of these because they were such good runners and they're all off, again, around 30% of the highs. If they do get the panics in the morning, we could see crazy moves like going 50% off the highs within 2 days. All right, so that's what we love about these plays. If you miss them on the run up, it is all good. Keep an eye on them. Keep them on your watch list. That's why we always like to tell the team to add them to your own watch list as well. And after this video, make sure you add every single one of these stocks to your watch list. Now, if they do dip, we are looking for them to come down to the key multi-day supports that they made on the run-ups last week. So for each one of them, I wrote it down here. ALPP has support down at 64. MMEDF has support at the 270s, as you can see down here. RSCF has support, and as you can see, they all look pretty similar. Down here, just under $1 at 98, way where it broke out over there. And then S4, the last one, has support, as you can see. You know, it's got that deep support at 4, but down here at 7 is already a good amount, down from 21. So we're looking for it to come down to this spot around that 7.4 area, 7.5 area, to see, you know, if this one could hold that area to get a potential bounce, because this was just at 21, as crazy as that sounds. So that is why we love all these stocks, is because of this movement. And when you're in the game enough, you know, and you create your niche, you end up finding moves that become a little more predictable. Why go into all these other markets when you could find moves that have the odds on your side, have risk to reward on your side, and they happen time and time again, sometimes even with the same stock. If you go to our watch list video last week, you actually might see one of these stocks on that watch list video. And that's to show you all these stocks repeat, and you don't really need to go anywhere else. This market is a market where you can make a lot of money if you're really zoned in. So that wraps it up for tonight. Like always, thanks for tuning in to the team. Welcome to the new site. It's been a journey, and this is just the start. We have some big news, so we're excited to announce that for 2021. We got Webinar Wednesday tomorrow as well, so be on the lookout for the webinar link. For everyone else, much love, and thanks for always joining us on this Tuesday night. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday. Sniper Nick, out.